And I'm taking some money out for phase 2 on the Damon House. The other first thing is we're gonna make 2 presentations. I think it's to 2 young ladies. I don't have their names. I think the envelopes are over there. And we'd like to have those 2 young ladies say the Pledge of Allegiance of the flag. That'd be fine. When Earl comes back, it's not, can't start without Earl.
So I'll rise when Earl comes back.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Oh, you'll leave it on then, okay. I'll tell some jokes. Stephanie? Ed?
All right.
Oh,
All
hold on.
right.
Yep, they-
I have 2 students coming up. Step right up.
and,
Step right up. They're gonna inform us as to their name and
okay,
their grade and whose class they're in.
go
We'll
ahead,
start out with our grade 2 friend.
go ahead.
My name is Aiden, so I am in 2nd grade and my teacher is Miss Blue.
Right.
My name is Chelsea Grant and I'm in grade 4 and my teacher is Miss Stone.
Very well done. Thank you both very much, and they're gonna lead us.
Would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance,
Yes.
please?
I
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Earl, you have the envelopes?
Yes. Okay.
Would you like to do that first before we do the public hearing?
Yes, absolutely. I'm very proud. We have 2 students here that have won awards for our school board brochure. The first student is, I hope I have the right envelope, right? It's La La Land. No, I'm just kidding. The first one is Alyssa Snow. Alyssa, please come forth. We'd like to congratulate her and the award. Okay, so why don't we stand over here so they can take a snapshot of you. And here's your Barnes Noble card. Fantastic job.
Earl,
Yes.
what picture she do?
Why don't you go up and show them?
Stephanie's got one. Which picture? Oh, the penguin.
In fact, hold on for a second. Let's take a snapshot with you holding this up.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I wish that
There's your mug. Award winner, number 2, we have a high school student, Holly Nugent. Please come forward. Congratulations. Get your,
Thank you very much.
and here's the award, your Barnes & Noble gift certificate right there. And we can take a snapshot.
He likes this picture being
Okay,
taken.
thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I can only draw stick figures. You do too? Thank you very much. First thing, we have a public hearing on Wednesday, March 8th, 27. I'll open that up at, I think it's 8:03? 6:03, sorry. At the 8th, March 8th. Yeah, I know. Every time goes. 2017, the Milton School Board will be holding a public hearing to expend funds from the Building Maintenance, Repair, and Renovation Project Capital Reserve Fund to renovate the Damon House using the Phase 2 budget plan. We did Phase 1 back the 11th. The hearing will be held at the Town Hall meeting commencing at 6 p.m. at 6 p.m. I did give you a copy of what we did on January 11th, 2017, and we have about $49,801.75 left in that account. And I think Bob passed on information that Bob will explain.
Right.
Adams,
Sure.
facilities man.
Okay, so phase two you have before you there, it'll cover, that's for the floor coverings. It's also the money budget in there to raise the boiler up down cellar. Occasionally when we get a lot of rain through there, the moat around the perimeter and the cellar doesn't handle all the water, so that helps raise it up some. It covers funds for the phone system and the network wiring and phone wiring combined. And that comes to a total with a 10% contingency of $17,160.
Anybody have any question for Bob? Lou?
Does this include the insulation,
We did that the last time, that was phase one.
the, okay,
Insulation.
because, I've been doing some homework
Oh,
and
good.
checking with other people, and like the best, without breaking the bank, would be, remember we talked about blue jean bats
Yep.
that they make?
Mhm.
Well, everybody felt that that was the way we should go, Bob, that it's
Okay.
thicker and cost effective, you know, it isn't a whole lot more than regular insulation.
Yeah, and it's a small amount of wall area that we'd be doing anyway.
Yeah, those two walls.
Right.
Okay. Just
Very good.
wanted to let you know, I've been talking to people that know about soundproofing, and I think we really need to do that, but I wanted to let you guys know that I did do, and Earl was there, my son was talking about the batting also, and how
Absolutely.
good that is at a reasonable cost.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
Anybody else? Any questions for Bob? If we got any time, we ought to go over to Damon House and look. He's got the studding up. And it really looks nice. They've done a lot of work over there.
Here we go.
Okay. So I'll close the meeting at 6:08. Okay, I need a motion to expend this money out of the,
I so moved that we spend $17,160.
I'll second.
oh, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? Okay, Bob,
All right, thank you.
you can do it.
We should keep it going.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
Yeah, you have time. A couple more hours.
Okay. Do I have any comments from the public? It'll be an easy night tonight.
Is that Larry's hand up?
Oh, well, I'm sorry, I guess not. Larry, go ahead, sorry.
It wasn't directly part of the public, Larry Brown, it wasn't directly part of the public hearing on those repairs, but the way the school district is approaching that and using money in accounts that can be drawn down and starting the additional discussions with the CIP committee through the planning board will do more of what this school budget already does, which is keep the tax load level. And thank you.
You could still all stay for the night. You're more than welcome to, but you can, you don't leave if you want to. We like visitors. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
for coming in.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
You don't want to be here for 3 or 4 hours.
No.
No.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Good night, Bob.
Thank you.
Hi, Bob.
Thank you.
Doug's gonna help me with the sheet rock.
Yeah.
Call
And-
me.
and the
I'll
paint.
watch.
And the painting. Okay, the minutes for, public minutes for 2/22/17.
I move that they be accepted with the corrections that Laura already has.
I'll second.
Anybody else have any corrections?
Yeah, it took me a while to get it.
And okay,
I was late actually.
Okay.
It was done till Monday.
okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
abstain.
Okay, thank you, Will. Non-public?
I so move that we accept the non-public with corrections.
Okay.
And I shall second yet again.
Peg and Paul? All right. Anybody else?
Abstain.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? All right. Earl, you're up.
Okay, the asset committee is getting together at the end of the month. We're waiting to hear back from all concerned on the committee. And in order to move on with the plans and to get wheels in motion, I spoke to, Nate is gonna be back next week, and we sent an email out to the people that are part of the committee, and the faster we finish the assets, go upstairs, ascertain what we're not going to need, what we're gonna use for the garage sale, and then begin to use the forces that Mr. Lozay was over today, met with me, and he'll be going away on vacation, but he'll be back, and then I'm gonna contact him at the end of the time the asset committee meets, so the help that he brings us will defer the cost of that. So that's where the asset committee is in the trying to pick out what goes where, so that'll be important to get that done. Now, we had a great news this morning. I'll have Doug Shute, who's on the softball committee. We had an extraordinary, I'll let you speak a little bit about it.
Well, I went down and I saw Karen Brown, and she gave me a statement to read. Please share with your board that I was contacted on Monday of this week on behalf of the Cheney Group, that they would like to donate between $9,000 and $12,000 toward finishing the remainder of the fence that we need to complete the girls' softball field. We will not have the exact amount needed until after the elections. If the new warrant is put in place to create the new Milton Ball Fields Expendable Trust, then we'll be able to expend the $3,000 that we have raised to date. If this does not pass, then those funds will remain held by the trustees of the trust fund until we can get a warrant passed authorizing use of these funds. The Cheney Group donation will be based on what we actually need for additional funding. And they're from Newmarket.
Wow.
And they
That's
were riding through town, and they turned around, and they saw the sign, and they turned around, and they contacted Karen and came in today. So
Awesome.
that project has been totally funded by donations in town, and no tax dollars has been spent.
That'd be nice if we could put like a big poster or one of those, the board, how far it's gone. So, congratulating, whatever, something along the lines, congratulating the whole town for accomplishing what they had to do and not a penny raised for the taxpayer
And benefactors.
and benefactors.
Well, the next project is they're already started on the Milton Mills football, soccer, and track at Milton Mills. So that's that. Okay, Earl?
Here's the
Yeah, it was,
dinner too.
we were in the gym, and it was a group there, the kids were there, the students were there. They have more fundraising planned. I sent this spaghetti dinner to you over your email that the students are going to plan. Scott was able to get about $4,000 from some of those funds that we've talked about before. Some of those funds that are not being used, he contacted the grads, the past grads. The Eagle Scout, they've been very active. We had a student there from the Eagle Scouts, and it was like Paul and everybody was saying, it was a phenomenal pride type of thing where you had all the contingents of the community, you had students, you had all of the people there. I kind of come in on the tail end of it, and we had met last week, and we were concerned about where the other 12,000 or 14,000 was going to come from, because the opening game is April 14th, and you know how it is in the Northeast, you never know what fields are going to be ready, and as an AD, you got to be ready to go to the fields that people can use, and you might have to change the home and home, but the spirit and the pride of having the field, if there isn't snowstorms or whatever the case is,
Like your tongue.
at least at least the group can be proud that that date was met, that the fence and everything is all set. And as Doug Shute said, there's some phenomenal plans to move on behalf of the students. There's some phenomenal long-sided plans to go for other fields that would lend itself to things like track and field, which I think is great for students to have, because you kind of, that's something that there's an event for, you know, for all kids to have, to all students, and it's kind of relaxed. You're competing against yourself and that type thing. So I look forward to that committee and in the great work that they've done, and I'm very proud that our students and our staff are working in conjunction with the town, and Doug Shute and I have been glad to be there on behalf of the school.
Well, they're gonna meet again on March 15th at 1 p.m. in the Emma Ramsey Center here. So that'll be the next Parks and Rec meeting after the vote on the 14th. Now that spaghetti supper is March 16th. It starts at 6 p.m. and that's being put on by the girls of the softball team. I think at the cafeteria.
Yeah, it's the same one that the whole board went to last time. And Devin is kind of spearheading it, as she always does, and does a great job with.
So come on, take your significant other out on a date.
Give it my dog.
Yes,
Oh, as long as I pay, right?
that's right, for the dog.
It's my significant other.
Is that it, Earl?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, let me look at my reports here.
Earl, may I ask you a question? You mentioned the asset committee. What's the status of the grant committee? Out of curiosity.
The grant committee is still flourishing,
Okay.
and
That's specific.
and we're looking for, we're gonna meet again. We gotta send the thing out 2 weeks from tomorrow.
What
The
thing?
notice.
Sent the thing.
The notice out.
Okay.
The
Thank
meeting
you, Earl.
notice.
Thank you.
And Bob is part of the group, and Lou and yourself and some of the other folks. And
All right.
Does anybody else have any questions for me?
So Power School's on its way to being fixed.
yeah, you have, I've been giving you folks the constant emails on that, and we sent a prescriptive note out to the MES parents and the high school parents the day after we met. Steve Gagnon was down and met, and Doug Shute actually sat in on that, right, Doug?
Yes.
And from that, we subsequently met again during vacation, the administrative staff and myself, and we took a look at the correspondence and looked at where we were and made each of the parents of MES and of Newt aware of where things were, because some were, we didn't want to put it all in one because people get confused. How does, you know, every time, even when you send scores out, the basic thing is people wonder, what is my child's score? Let's cut to the chase.
Yep.
So I think they were curious as what is the impact it has upon my, you know, upon me and my student. So we'll continue to work with that, and then I sent you some other information that Back Bay had indicated. So the main thing is we need to host, is the main gist of it, and all of you read the lengthy correspondences on that and some of the conversations that they had had with school officials prior to this year. So we're looking through the front. We want to get things right, and we want to keep things right.
So we will be looking at a contract
Correct.
shortly down the road.
For a server.
Well, having
Host.
Power School hosting, correct?
Good,
Yes.
Mhm.
sooner than later.
Well, I hope so too.
It should have been even sooner.
I like sooner.
You guys had questions in reference to the contracts, you saw it last meeting,
Well, we had a,
from Nate, you had questions.
well,
for
there
me.
was
Right.
a problem. I'm afraid you're gonna find that contract's gonna be more than the figure that I brought you in last time. Because that contract was back a ways. All right.
So is it gonna come to the board to be voted on, or is that?
Well, of course the board will vote on it, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different figures, you said?
Well, I think it's gonna be more. That's,
Precisely.
yes. What it is, I don't know. We'll have to wait till Nate comes back Monday and then I'll go down and,
Yeah, but we'll, as we go through, we'll keep everybody abreast fully, the whole board, so we could be on top of it.
okay, anybody have anything else, Tom? Moving on to the financials, I'd like to do, I got January,
Yeah. Vote.
2/1/2017 in my hand is the first one. Does anybody have any questions on the operating budget?
Can you say 2-1?
At
Is
the
it
bottom
same?
left-hand corner.
Okay, yep,
Yep.
I think they both say 2-1, no,
No,
2-1,
they don't.
okay.
No. Do you have any questions?
I don't have any questions on that, but comparing,
Oh, wait a minute.
oh,
You're talking about the end result on the second one?
Go ahead. Patty.
Yeah, that gets straightened out today.
okay, all right.
Yeah, I caught
Never
that
mind,
too.
Doug saw it.
Yeah, I caught it.
So
I
did
hope it's the same one.
And
Hey,
we have the new
Hey,
ones.
just as
You got the
smart,
new ones,
Doug.
Doug?
women are smarter than me, so don't.
It is Women's Day. Oh,
I-
Sue
I-
Delisle, Sue Delisle
I'll
did a
give
great
ourselves
job.
round.
Yes, she did. I'll give you
We
the new ones
walked
in a
in
minute.
there and she was right on top of it. She really did well.
The monthly revenue report for 2/1. Any questions? Scoop, grant overview for 2/1. Any questions?
No, sir.
Moving right along. There's your cafe services, both November and December. Any questions?
Yeah, but can I just, I
Yeah, go
didn't
ahead.
see where it was here.
Yeah.
How are we doing with recouping money from parents for kids who don't pay for their lunch?
We're gonna have to-
Is- I'm looking past you, Mrs.
Yeah,
Berry.
I haven't gotten a bill yet.
It's not good.
We met with Cafe Services, Nate and I, and we're gonna revisit it as soon as Nate comes back.
Okay, all right.
That's, as when they spoke here, that's a forever hunt. And you have to kind of ascertain how much or how deep you want to go in terms of it.
Because I just know that there were letters that, you know, like first letter, then a second letter that was a draft, and I didn't know if any of them had gone out. All right, we'll wait for Nate.
We'll,
Are we
Have
getting
a
any
full
work done
review.
without Nate?
oh, yeah.
Don't let it go to his head.
Yeah, poor Nate, we miss him.
The activity statement report. Everybody's reviewed that? Okay, moving on to 3/1.
Question.
Okay, now you want to bring it up? Go ahead.
Oh, yes, I would like to go back, if I may.
Go ahead.
To the end of January of the 2-1, where we have totally different numbers for the encumbrances. The budget is exactly the same. I have no problem with, you know, the current period. but
Okay,
in January, we have a credit balance of 32,000, I'm just looking at the first one. And then in, the end of February, we have a balance of 388,000 remaining.
but did you look at the end total on both of those? For the month before that, it was 303. This latest one, it was, that was remaining was $2.5 million, which was incorrect. So that's the error that I'll be handing out to you, that corrected
Oh,
today.
okay, awesome, thank you. 17, 18, 19.
About that as well.
You caught that too?
Yeah.
All right. Here, your new one, you can throw that other one in.
Just lazy notes.
Well, this 1.5, yeah,
This is
one
the
from
February,
330,
and this is.
330 to 2.5, there's a slight issue there, so.
Okay, all right.
Correction is done.
Now with the correction, it has more continuity from month to month.
Oh, it's here.
Okay, so that'll probably make sense now.
I teach both of them?
No, one
Or
is,
no, I'll just take this one. One's double
For
sided.
Earl?
Yeah.
one's Earl's, and one's yours, Stephanie.
So
We
we
all set?
ran these off, and then you have that page that says,
How was that?
Oh, it's-
It's the same one.
Still, that's a little bit less, but it's still the
Yeah,
same
it still ain't
amount.
right, Earl.
No,
she didn't run that off
Well,
correctly.
no, it shows me $2,492,802.
Mhm.
That's not right.
It's not right. I didn't get a chance to view them until just now.
It's $10,000.
Another dead tree, Doug.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Give it back to me, oh.
So we'll review it, and we'll send it out.
You pass them back.
here,
Sorry, everybody.
It's
the
okay.
new one.
We'll review it and we'll
You've
send
been
it
very
out.
busy, we understand.
Here, we'll take the next one back.
All right, you're gonna keep that one. Oh,
Here.
she did.
It's the same one.
I don't know, okay. Moving on, I guess that's not gonna be right.
Okay, where was this
Okay.
one?
Okay. Well, monthly revenue report for 3-1, everybody viewed it?
Sure.
Hold on, I gotta clean up my mess.
Oh, go ahead, I'll give you a second. 1,001.
Okay, so we're on page 70, right? Or you're on 72?
Yes, I am, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Grand overview. Now, page 79, the treasurer's report.
Yep.
Okay, I need a motion to accept.
I'll make a motion to accept treasurer's report.
I will second it.
Okay,
Yep.
Okay, everybody all set, any questions? So we didn't get one for the other month? I forgot to ask that question.
Oh, did you both months at the same time? No, December.
Oh, just December, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained?
Am I the only one that's
No, I did too. Cash reconciliation. January 17th, food operating the thing. Any questions?
Still doing good on that.
Yeah, we are.
Losing a lot less money than we were.
Yeah.
I like that.
So, hey, Earl, so they haven't taken the $4,000 out of this yet, have they? No, they haven't, okay. Then your activity student report,
$4,000 out of what?
For what?
This
That's
is what he's.
that's where the $4,000 is coming out of.
Out of the softball. for the-
Oh, okay, out of this.
Out of that, yeah,
All right, cool.
all right. Okay, that, did anybody?
That was just solicited.
Yeah, it hasn't happened yet. Okay, moving on to 6. School calendar, we have to look at it and approve it.
Already, huh?
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Anybody have any
Whoa.
questions?
Oh, okay, no. Page 9. I didn't see the 6.
Let's
Pretty
see.
standard, huh?
All right, do we have a motion to accept?
Hold on.
Oh, okay,
I had a question about this last year,
okay.
and I wanted to bring it up again this year. On the, in my opinion, humble opinion, the pointless aspect of having the children go to school for 2 days and then have a 3-day weekend. They go for 2 days in August, and then they have a 3-day weekend. I brought this up last year, and they said they were gonna readdress it. I don't know why we do that for just 2 days of school. And we can just, then they go right into a 3-day weekend. I don't know. To me, it's kind of pointless. Every year, they go like for 2 days in August, and then they have a 3-day weekend for Labor Day. Why don't we just wait until after Labor Day?
Actually, they get 4 days.
4 day weekend.
They actually get 4 days.
More of my point, thank you. Point made even better.
So just on the opposite spectrum, I'm not saying I care either way, but I've seen it as it gives the kids a transition period where they come back, they at least get to meet their teachers, see their classmates, kind of come down with the routine, but it's not full blown right away. So it's kind of, plus, I think it's always the goal to end the school year on a Friday instead of going into a next week. So I think that probably offsets it too, because if you take those two, you're gonna have to add 2 onto the end, so they would be going until the Tuesday of the next week. So I feel very strongly about it.
Well, I know other people on the board had mentioned it last year, we'd revisit it when we did this last year. And some people were for it, some were against. I mean, I know
What do you
like
think?
a lot of surrounding schools start the day after Labor Day.
Cole Brown starts even earlier.
I know, they started, but I mean, it's just the point, you go for 2 days and then you're off for 4.
Is
I
there a
just don't understand
staggered,
the point.
you know, like the freshmen come one day and then the sophomores and juniors and seniors come the next day or anything?
No, they don't. I know like the junior high and high school all start the same day.
Okay, all right.
They
I
have
just
one each,
am
and
going
they
by,
do.
by Rochester
Yeah,
that,
yeah. But like I know a lot of surrounding towns start after, Maine starts after. I would just put it out
and
there.
New
I
Hampshire
think we
starts.
should get like the feedback from John and Scott.
Why
I
do
did
we-
meet with them, I did meet with them.
Why do we have to end it on a Friday?
We're not going with somebody anyways.
Yeah,
Did
I was
you
just-
ask them how they felt about
Right.
coming?
I was just
Yeah,
asking.
this is what, I met with them over vacation, and,
Well, feel free to give feedback.
this is what they came with, and we sent it to the association. But if you have, have the recommendation, I'd be glad to bring it back to them and back to the association, and,
Why do we have to end this? Because I don't know. Why do we end school on why does it have to end on a Friday? I didn't know that.
Because at the end of the year, who wants to go back the following week?
right.
Well, I guess it's
When we're
outside
done,
of the
we're
spectrum.
done.
After a whole summer off, who wants to go for 2 days and then have 4 more off? So I guess it's 6 one half dozen another, I guess.
Do you have your hand up, Larry?
I was, I was trying to be quiet. I was remembering, my own, school in which the last week of school was useless. And that's when, class trips would pick up. That's when parties, would be, had. And to do that on a Monday and Tuesday when you've had your final tests on Friday of the week before, has a certain authoritarian appeal.
It's changed since you've been in school, Larry.
Yes. That I
They still
understand we're
party.
no longer using a slate. I still have my first grade slate, by the way,
I bet you do.
but,
Obviously, I didn't just graduate either, but we all went to the start of the day after Labor Day is when we all started in Rochester.
They start on the
I
same
started
day
early.
this year, Monday.
Mhm.
I started early.
Yeah, and Rochester starts the Monday before.
So
Labor Day.
why don't the teachers start the week before for 2 days and then we go 4 days? And then that will put us out even sooner with snow days.
Is there anything?
I would like
remember,
that
is there anything in the
But Paul, you
manual?
probably have a good view, a good current view, because you weren't born yet when Larry and I graduated.
Well, I digress.
So you probably
I
have
think
more
we
of a
should start
current
in July.
handle
I think we
than
should
me.
start in July and just then go year round. How would we think of that? More parent time to ourselves.
Let's just
I
get rid
agree.
of February and April vacation, and then we'll
Well, I
really get
know.
on it.
Don't start, because I know in a lot of places, like my friend lives in New Jersey, they do March.
Yep.
No
Yeah.
February, no April. They do March.
That's right.
Period.
They do not do a winter vacation.
They combine them into one.
Cause especially with the snow days, it is hard to, it's like you're just coming back.
I
from
never
Christmas.
saw a winter vacation till I moved up here.
If we eliminated April and February,
Yeah,
we'd have more
school.
days, we could start later and get done on a Friday,
I
like you
think that
want.
probably has to do with, that would probably
Right, Doug?
be union.
Yes. See, Doug likes it.
That's what I
Chairman's
talked about
rule.
with the union.
Yep.
Okay, we're moving on, sorry.
We all set? I got it.
Just make a motion to approve this,
Yeah, I need a motion.
this mess as it is, I guess. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, go ahead.
So Paul, are you making a motion to
Sure I
approve
will.
it? All right, I'll second it then.
Do I have
Said
any,
my piece, I've put my opinion out, now let's move on.
do I have any more discussion?
So I don't have to bring anything back?
No, it's okay, it's
Okay.
everybody's point of view.
We all set, everybody?
Mm-hmm.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, abstained? Okay, passed. Okay, moving on, old business, the Power School parent letter.
This, or is that,
That's it,
That's this.
it's two of them, one for AMS and one for high school.
sorry.
That's fine. Anybody have any questions?
I think so.
I'm sorry? I didn't hear you.
Can we discuss this in non-public?
If you would like to, we can. There are some
Yeah, to
issues to
do
be
with-
discussed in non-public on this issue. Okay, well, then that way, okay? All right. Committee, board reports? Any? Let's not, the next meeting, we'll be picking new officers,
Oh my gosh.
so,
That's right, because it's after elections.
yeah, but we have, yeah, wait until that Friday, and then get past that, we're all set. Do I have any other committee reports? I gave mine on Parks and Rec. Anybody else?
Wait, you're on Parks and Rec?
No, I meant the ball field, I'm sorry, not that way,
Oh,
I'm sorry. No, I don't go to,
cause I haven't been to a Parks and Rec meeting.
I don't know if they're holding the meetings anymore. I don't know what they're doing.
So,
Actually, I might have something. I'm wondering about contacting the teachers to have them come on the 14th and at least stand there with maybe a little sign saying, please vote on our contract. Is there a problem with that?
I don't have no problem. Anybody else?
Anybody have a problem with that? I mean,
Earl?
it is their contract, or?
Earl?
No, just,
Can they do that?
there gotta be a certain amount away from the poles.
Right, but I mean, can they,
you stand out there.
yeah,
I would think it would be up to them.
okay, but I mean, there's no problem with
Policy
them.
saying they can't.
Policy.
Wear a jacket.
Yeah, I think it's
Right.
gonna be cold.
Invite them.
6 to 12, 6 to 10 inches of snow Tuesday, that's what they're saying now.
Election day?
Well, I heard freezing
Next
was that?
Thursday?
That's what, a couple different things I've heard.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
you're right.
Yeah.
Can you pass these around just
On the 14th?
Yes, sir.
That's
The weather.
still a ways away. It's like
It is a ways away, but just putting it out there, it could
Wow.
happen. They're saying some sort of weather.
You want me
happens,
to?
so
Give one to Earl.
inclement
Here,
weather.
Earl,
So,
I want you to wear that on your back for the next week.
I will.
So that's you're our walking advertisement.
Well, wait, we give them two, we can wear one
Actually,
in front
would
and
you
one
like to do
back.
a plug on the TV? You can do a
Yeah, do a plug.
So on election day, we are having a food drive for End 68 Hours of Hunger. So we are inviting anyone who comes to vote to bring in a non-expired food item,
Keyword.
preferably something that children would be interested in eating. So please, nothing unique. Well, no, like on the healthy side, but not
Oh,
anything
healthy food.
like wackadoodle.
Well, quinoa and kale.
Right, I mean,
No, thank you.
most
Thanks.
children wouldn't. So suggestions are soup, canned Chef Boyardee, fruit cups or applesauce pouches, rice packets, pasta, mac and cheese, cereal, canned tuna fish, chicken or ham, canned meat pasta sauce, granola, Nutri-Grain bars, and then just individual snack items.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes.
Oh, go ahead, Larry.
Last thing, thank you for supporting our program. For more information about our program, please contact us at Milton at end68hoursofhunger.org. And what you are seeing here is part of the problem of collections on the school's own food service program. There are still people out there where the Friday paycheck is taken, and kids have a hard time on weekends. And I support it.
Thank you, Larry.
Thanks,
Thank
Larry.
you.
Anybody else have committee reports, board reports? Larry?
No, I'm waiting for public input.
I'm asking you.
You're up.
But,
You're up, Larry.
we need Bob Carrier. I did not know Stephanie was going to do her presentation. Bob, how much of this does this take up?
A little higher, Larry.
Stand on the chair.
Stand on a chair.
Stand on
Nobody's
a
Don't fall over.
Nobody's
Oh,
going to stand on
goodness. Someone go help him.
on a
It
chair.
goes down, this is it.
No, looking at this.
Sorry, Suzanne.
I don't know
Oh,
mouth
boy.
to mouth.
There. Is that visible?
Yeah.
The
yeah,
top
the
part.
best you're gonna get, probably. Okay, that's good. If you can
Good.
hold still just long enough. A little more upward.
Right,
Good. That's enough. People got it.
All right, to the left. Good job.
I shamelessly pulled this off the front door
Oh,
just
did
to
you?
make sure that it got mentioned.
So you all set, Larry?
Thank you for your courtesy.
Okay.
Do we get to, oh, that's the dinner.
Yeah, that's what that is.
All right, I need a motion to go on non-public.
Any motion going non-public?
Second.
Okay, Paul, wait a minute. That'll be under RSA 91A, 32, A, B, and C.
Okay.
And, Lou?
Yeah.
You all right?
Doug, aye?
Heard I.
Very nice.
All right, thank you. We're in the non-public.